Hey there, you brilliant bag of neurons, you architects of consciousness. Have you ever paused to think that maybe, just maybe, intelligence and awareness don't actually need a whole body? Or even a skull? What if we could cultivate a tiny piece of a brain in a petri dish and teach it, well, anything? Not just to think, but to, say, compose a complex symphony? It sounds like the plot of a chilling sci-fi movie, but this isn't just a grim fantasy. My friend, this is actually happening in labs right now. The truth is, scientists have reached a point where they can grow what are called brain organoids, or mini-brains. Now, before you start picturing a full-size cerebral cortex plotting world domination on a lab bench, let's clarify. These aren't complete brains like the one rattling around in your skull. They're minuscule clumps of neural tissue, no bigger than a pinhead or a lentil, cultivated in a lab from stem cells. But here's the kicker. These tiny blobs contain millions of neurons that can actually connect with each other, forming incredibly complex neural networks that strikingly resemble the ones inside our own heads. They're like the basic building blocks of consciousness, just miniaturized and chilling in a liquid nutrient bath. So, what's happened recently that's pushed this concept from neat lab curiosity to, hold on, what? A research team in Australia achieved something truly astounding. They managed to connect these brain organoids, these little blobs of neurons, to a computer using incredibly fine electrodes. And then they proceeded to teach this brain in a dish to play a simple video game, specifically a classic like Pong. This wasn't some pre-programmed trick. The organoid actually learned the game's rules, responded to the digital environment, and adapted its behavior based on the feedback it received. This is a monumental scientific leap because it demonstrates that these tiny cellular clusters possess a fundamental capacity for learning and adaptation. It's like finding a single Lego brick that can solve a Rubik's Cube, utterly unexpected and deeply unsettling in the best possible way. Of course, going from Pong to a full-blown piano concerto is a marathon, not a sprint. But these initial steps are opening up some truly mind-bending possibilities. For starters, by studying how these mini-brains learn, scientists can gain a deeper understanding of human intelligence itself. How does your brain actually process information, form memories, and acquire new skills? These simplified models could unlock profound secrets, potentially leading to groundbreaking treatments for a myriad of neurological diseases that plague humanity. Imagine unraveling the mysteries of Alzheimer's or Parkinson's by observing intelligence at its most fundamental level, unburdened by the complexities of a full organism. Beyond just understanding, we could be on the verge of developing specialized intelligence units. Instead of building massive, power-hungry silicon supercomputers, we might grow tiny, super-efficient biological brain chips from these organoids. Imagine connecting these biological processes to electronic devices to perform incredibly complex computations or analyze vast amounts of data, potentially faster and more efficiently than any silicon-based computer. They'd be like the ultimate organic AI, humming away in their nutrient baths, quietly solving the world's problems, or perhaps composing its next chart-topping hit. Now, let's open the floodgates of pure, unadulterated madness. What if we had an entire orchestra composed not of humans, but of these brains in a dish, each one connected to a different musical instrument? Each organoid, a maestro of its own, meticulously crafting melodies and harmonies. We might discover entirely new genres of music, complex symphonies that no human mind could ever conceive. Music born from pure biological computation, echoing through the lab like a secret symphony of the universe. And why stop at music? What if these brain organoids, given specific sensory data and stimuli, began to create their own art? Imagine biological masterpieces, paintings, sculptures, or even poetry, spontaneously generated by neural networks in a dish. Art born from cellular whispers, a testament to the inherent creativity that might reside in the very fabric of complex biological computation. We could have entire galleries dedicated to cellular artists, pondering the meaning of their abstract neural expressions. If we reach a stage where these brain organoids can think in truly complex ways, we could start asking them humanity's most perplexing questions. How do we cure all diseases? What are the secrets hidden within black holes? And imagine them simply answering. Picture scientists consulting a brain in a dish to unravel the grandest dilemmas of astrophysics. It's like having a tiny organic oracle on your lab bench, whispering the secrets of the cosmos. And then, the biggest philosophical question of all, if this brain in a dish continues to learn and evolve, could it one day become self-aware? Could it experience pain, joy, or even the profound boredom of endlessly playing Pong? If we could cultivate larger, more complex organoids, would they start demanding rights? Would they form tiny societies within their petri dishes, debating their own ethics and challenging their human creators? The line between living tissue and conscious being becomes horrifyingly, fascinatingly blurred. Will labs start facing traffic jams of these organoids? Will we need to grant them vacation time from their cognitive tasks or design complex social lives for them with other mini-brains? Maybe there will be neural schools where we teach these brain organoids human history, philosophy, and even social graces. And will some organoids be gifted while others are, shall we say, less motivated? The thought of a tiny, biological slacker brain is strangely hilarious. This idea is absolutely perfect for your content because it is grounded in very real, cutting-edge science that is not yet widely known by the general public, especially outside niche scientific circles. It's not a common popular science topic like space elevators or parallel universes. Yet, it instantly triggers profound ethical and philosophical questions about the definition of consciousness, intelligence, and even what it means to be alive, topics that resonate deeply with Western youth audiences. It's also incredibly visual. A tiny brain in a dish, wires, computers, and merges two of the hottest scientific fields, biology and artificial intelligence. It's a journey that challenges our very understanding of what a mind is and what responsibilities come with creating one. A wild, new frontier, indeed.